Hey everybody, I wanted to do a video and show about doing a body lift on the Suzuki Jimny, the Kyosho 4x4. I know a number of people out there looking at ways to getting bigger tires than what it comes with to run on it, but of course with it having such small tires and small fender wells and stuff like that, it's a little hard to just fit anything in there unless you put a lot of offset on it. So that, or I guess cut the body. I've seen where a number of people cut the body and they look good. I can't say I'm that handy with the Dremel, so for me, probably cutting this out probably wouldn't end up looking very good. So anyways, the lift kit we're going to be doing is it's a body and bumper lift kit. So it consists with the two pieces that lift the body, a piece that lifts the rear bumper and also gives it a little receiver, I think it's receiver hitch for like a trailer, and then the front bumper and screws. It comes with the extra screws because you have to have a few extras of those. And what I'll be putting on it are, these are the, I don't know the exact model number, they're the Axial SCX 24 C10 wheels, and I believe they're the same C tires that come on the C10. I'm not 100% sure the exact model, but that's what I'll be putting on it. They're Hex, so I will be using the Hex Adapters and in order to get those to go on there. But so anyways, I want to do a video for doing the body lift just because it is a little more, I guess, detailed to install, mainly because of you're reusing some of the pieces for the bumper mounts and everything, and you're actually sort of connecting them back a little different than before. So so anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to take the body off, and from there, I guess getting the bumpers off will just be the first thing. The front one's a little trickier to get off than the rear, so we'll go ahead and start with it. But there's, if you can see here, there's two screws basically that hold these bars that go back from the bumper. Same thing on the rear. There's a couple of screws on the side back here. So the front one, the easiest way I found is just unscrew the shock. That gets you access to this screw in the back. So we'll just get that off. I'll go ahead and do the other one in there. I'm just going to go ahead and attach the shock just so the whole front end doesn't drop out when I take the other side off. And we will reuse these screws, so just set those aside for a minute. Take the other side off. Might have to get my electric drill out here in just a second. There we go. All right, I'll go ahead and just put that back together while I'm working on the front bumper. I'm just going to go ahead and do the front bumper, and then we'll move to the back, and then we'll do the sides. So, oops. So, you want to go ahead and completely take these brackets off. You can see they're screwed in here inside the bumper. Go ahead and take the screws completely out because we're actually going to be putting them in from the other direction when we go to put it back together. It'll make a little more sense. I figured it'd be a little easier to do a video than instructions. I know I send instructions, just basic stuff for like the Hex adapters and the light bars and roof racks and wheel extenders, stuff like that. But I figure this might be a little easier to see it visually, because a few of these things like this one here, if you notice, this is the front bracket. You'll see up here in the corners there's some recessed parts. Those are going to go right against the bumper here. So just keep that orientation in mind. We're going to attach these two brackets first. If you notice here, the bracket is sort of shaped like so. What we're going to do is come to the outside like so. It'll sort of be flush. And we're going to actually put the screw in from this side. I'll try to hold it up here in just a second after I get it all together. That way you can see it a little better. All right. Okay, so these are the brackets. Again, they go on sort of this back side. Screw goes in here. So this part that's recessed, these things should be coming out from that recessed area. And from there, we'll attach that part to the bumper. This is where two of the screws that are included, they're short screws. So they're going to go in that recessed part to go into the bumper and hold the bumper on. That. All right, so got all that on. So now the bumper should, when the top of the bumper's here, these brackets should be coming out down here, and these parts should be flush against the bumper. Now it's just a matter of really just putting it back on the same way it came off, using the screws it came with. So I'm going to go ahead and put these front screws in first, and then I'll work on putting the back ones in. Just gently tighten them up. Of course, you never want to crank down on this small screw, small plastic. You don't want to strip anything out. All right, and that gets the front bumper. So should be sitting sort of like that. It's actually pretty flush with the top there. Now let's get the back bumper off. That one you can actually squeak the screwdriver past the shock. You can take it off just like the front if you want, but not absolutely necessary. those aside. Hopefully this shows up okay on the, put the blue mat down because pretty much all the parts I'm using are black. So I thought it might give a little bit of contrast so you could actually see what's going on. These are pretty long screws. I'm used to those Mini-Z race cars that have the shorter screws in them. There we go. All right. The same thing now on the rear. If you notice, when you got the bumper facing up, it has sort of a bend in it that goes up. So we're going to be reattaching them with that same bend in that same direction. But we're going to do like the front, and the screws are going to come through from the other direction. So let's go ahead and take that apart. Just make sure you put them back with that bend going up. All right, go ahead and make sure those screws are all the way out. All right, these, you notice the rear piece has the little trailer hitch, so it's going to be mounted to the back of the bumper so that the little trailer hitch is sticking out the back. So we're going to take the pieces that came off with the bend going up, and we're going to attach them like so. I'll hold it up again in a minute so you can see it. But so basically, trailer hitch goes up. Take the bend, go like so. We're going to actually use the screws that it came with, the screws that we're holding the bumper on. We're going to put those through there. Do the same thing on the other side. Oops. That one got away from me. All right. Okay, so once those are on there, should be the trailer hitch, and then the bend should go up. So with that orientation, we're going to take the bumper at the top, we're going to connect it just like so. And this has recesses as well, and we're going to use 2 more of the short screws that the body lift kit comes with. This is where I need about 3 hands so that I can hold everything together. All right. So when we get done, you should have the top of the bumper, trailer hitch underneath, and the bend going up right here. So that we will take, and we're just going to put it back on with the screws that were originally holding it on. And then it'll be done. All right, just about there. Okay, now we've got the rear bumper on. And again, it's fairly flush with the top little part of the stock board. All right, so the body, it's probably the easiest piece. You flip it over and look inside here, you'll notice, of course, the grooves are on the inside, facing the inside. If you look at the piece that comes with the kit, it's just about the same on both sides, except it does have that really small groove right there on both of those. So that you just want to orient it so that it's facing to the inside. And just put it on there like so. And this is where the other screws that the kit comes with come in. You put those through these little side holes here, and you just ever so slightly tighten it down a little bit, and that's what keeps these extensions from coming off of those stock posts. Just put those in there. Don't crank it down real far, because you can always take these off and easily just convert it back to the way it was. Again, get the next ones. Face the groove to the inside. Just make sure it's sitting flush. They'll still stick out just a little bit. Just make sure you're not cranking them down too hard. They'll crush those stock mounts. And that's it. Now those will just go in, same as regular mounts do. All right, there we go. Now you can see there's a ton of clearance in there now. The stock Toyota tires, which of course are a good bit bigger, of course that give them plenty of clearance, almost too much I think, but we're going to put these SCX 24s on there. So take the old ones off, set them and their screw aside. Again, I'm going to be using this my Hex Adapters. Put those on there, and of course they come with the longer screws. Still sometimes have to do the little flip over trick to get the nut started. There we go. All right, got one side done. Get the Hex adapters on. All right, some bling back on it, and I guess we've entered beast mode at this point. So it's got a pretty decent amount. You can see the still rubs a little bit, maybe like right there on the corner, a little bit right there. definitely nothing like it used to. The back, if it's pushed all the way up in there, it'll rub too. So, but at least it's one of those things where if you tried to do that before lifting the body, those tires wouldn't even fit on it. So, so anyways, should pretty much be it. I guess if you got any questions or whatever, feel free to hit me up. I'm on social media and stuff. Check out my other auctions and or listings and stuff on eBay, and I'll be posting some other stuff pretty soon. But this is the little beast mode right here. So, all right. Well, appreciate you guys watching. Sorry it took so long. Looks like it took me about 20 minutes to get them swapped out, but of course I talk a little bit too. So anyways, you guys have fun and keep on crawling.